I'm Matt Thompson. I'm the principal at Parsippany Hills High School, and I want to welcome you to the 8th grade parent night here at the Hills. Tonight, I hope to give you a little idea of what the student experience is like at Par Hills. Dr. Axelrod will give you an overview of our academic programs, and then when we publish this, you'll see a Q&A section with typically asked questions as well as the questions that you provided in the Google form that was sent out through School Messenger. The idea tonight is to begin your planning as you transition from Brooklawn into Parsippany Hills and then ultimately to higher education. Start to understand the courses and the path that you need to take to meet your goals. In a normal year, this picture is what I think really demonstrates Parsippany Hills. It's a huge community. Within this picture that was taken from the press box pre-COVID, our football team, our band, our student body was together on a Friday night singing the alma mater together after a victory, all joined together. I think it shows truly the biggest strength of Parsippany Hills, which is our sense of community and togetherness. In a normal year, this is what the freshman transition looked like. We had peer leaders who brought the students through on a freshman orientation. We had a freshman fun day where the peer leaders brought the students through a bunch of activities, and the peer leaders and the students got to know our upperclassmen. And then we had a freshman fun night, which was run by our student council, which was a series of activities and fun games. Again, getting to meet and help the students become part of the student body. Unfortunately, this year, it looked like this, with students socially distanced, but our peer leaders were still able to be masked and to answer questions and help them meet their first upperclassmen and get to know the school. But unfortunately, no freshman fun day or fun night. My hope is that in the future, we'll be able to bring all those things back. But I think one of the great things that I experienced my first year here last year was how well the amount of activities and how well we integrate our freshmen into the student population and get to learn the culture and get to feel comfortable with upperclassmen and getting to integrated through clubs, activities, and everything that we have to offer here. One of the great things about Par Hills is our excellence in the arts, athletics, and academics. We had a Group 2 girls soccer state championship. We had a football sectional state championship. Our band, excellent within the first, went up a level into the regions and were runners up. If you've ever been to our concerts or winter concert or anything else, you know how excellent our arts and performing arts are. In this picture you see this year, Mr. Iapika managing to still continue with instruction outside and being creative with PPE and being able to socially distance and maintain our music instruction virtually and for our students in person. We also had 4 national semifinalists last year, 4 national merit semifinalists last year, as well as this year having 8 national merit scholarship commended students, which is a huge accomplishment for our school. One of the things that you'll notice about all of our courses here is the student ownership, the service through our clubs and activities, and the engagement of all of our students. In the first picture in the top left, you see our students. When CBS came to film here, a nationally televised show, the CBS was not allowed to come into the building, so our own television students filmed footage for CBS that was used in the nationally televised segment. You see on the top right, we have our Ipple Town Hall primary election debate. That was last year, and it was a huge attendance in our stadia where each student researched each presidential candidate, then presented that candidate, and all of our students voted on the candidate that they thought was the best fit for president. It was a tremendous job, and our social studies department, as well as our other departments, do a great job, not only in debates, town halls, but really hands-on learning. In the bottom right, you see that within this pandemic, our Key Club was able to do food pantry donations and the tremendous amount of work and time that they put in. Our student council managed to pull together a toy drive for our women's shelter and collected over 100 toys donated through our student body and our community that they were able to deliver. Usually on our freshman fun day, one of the things that we like to do to make our freshmen aware of all the clubs and activities that we have here, we have over 70 clubs and activities. We have a freshman fair where they get to meet all the advisors and the students to all the clubs and get a background information on all those. Because we were not able to do this, our own students took the initiative to summarize all of the clubs and activities, to group them and make the freshmen aware of everything that we have to offer here. That is found on the website. As you can see from the snapshot here, categorizes them by interest and gives a little bit of the background information on all those clubs and activities. There's going to be you're going to have a tremendous amount of information that's delivered to you tonight. So we're going to have a follow-up session on January 13th with our counselors. We're going to have a Q&A document that's going to be included with these videos, but we're also going to follow up with our guidance counselors where you can follow up with individual questions with them on January 13th, Wednesday at 7 p.m. So I know that there's a lot of information. I don't want you to get anxious. We're going to be here to support you all the way. Even if just virtually, we're going to be here to answer all your questions. And in any way we can, no matter what situation, we're going to help your child feel part of this great community. So thanks for tuning in tonight, and I look forward to meeting you, hopefully, in person soon. Thank you very much.
I want to welcome our students and our parents to the high schools. This is a really exciting night. I'm Dr. Axelrod from the Curriculum Office. I'm the Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction. And I want to introduce to you our content area supervisors. We have Dana Sarno, who's our Language Arts and 6 through 12 Media and Music Supervisor. Juan Cruz is our K-12 Social Studies and 6 through 8 Instructional Technology Supervisor. Kelly Curtis is our Math, Computer Science and Business Supervisor. Vicky Santana is our World Language and ESL Supervisor. Rachel Villanova is our Science, Applied Tech, and Family and Computer Science Supervisor. And Michael DeSanto is our Director of SEL, which is Social Emotional Learning, Art, and PE. And I'm going to start by reviewing our graduation requirements for your students when they graduate in 12th grade, which, believe it or not, is going to fly by. So hang on for the ride, parents. Your students will have to take 4 years of English, 3 years of science, 3 years of social studies, 3 years of math, 1 year of world language. Every year they'll have to take PE and health. They have to take 1 year of career education and life skills, 1 year of visual and performing arts, and a half year or a semester of financial literacy. Your students will have to take the NJSLA exam, which they're familiar with from elementary school. That's the New Jersey Student Learning Assessment that all New Jersey students take. It's based on the New Jersey Student Learning Standards in Language Arts and Math. And they have several pathways to meet the high school graduation assessment requirements. They have to pass the NJSLA in English ELA 10 and the Algebra 1 assessments, or they can meet the designated cut score that comes out from the state on one of the alternative assessments, such as the SAT or the ACT. So if they're already planning on taking those exams for college entrance, then that could satisfy the requirement, or the submission by the district of a student portfolio, which is through the department's state portfolio appeals process. A little bit about the scheduling process. You'll be looking at the course selection bulletin for 2021-2022, or we call it the high school CSB for short. And parent and student selection is between February 5th and 12th. Students and parents will complete a course review form, and they'll list the electives that they want to take in priority order in Genesis. And there's an electric sign-off as well. And that's when we know that your requests are complete. Teacher recommendations come into play for some of the courses, and our counselors will also be introducing our 8th graders into the 9th grade counseling department with a little transition program, and they'll be there to help guide the process for our students. Let's talk about each department individually. So for our language arts department with Supervisor Ms. Sarno, your students will be enrolled in either English 1 or Honors English 1, and that's what I mean by teacher recommendation. So that is something that teachers come into play with. They'll also have the opportunity to take multiple electives: creative writing, public speaking, journalism, literature and film, and superheroes and modern mythology. In math, our supervisor, Mrs. Curtis, your students will take either Algebra 1, Geometry, or Geometry Honors. And then they have the option of taking multiple electives: robotics, computer science and programming with Python, networks, routing, cybersecurity, and that's a certification that they can come out of high school with, computer programming in C++, AP Computer Science Principles with a prerequisite of completing Algebra 1 prior to coming into 9th grade. In science, with our supervisor, Mrs. Villanova, your students will take either biology, biology enriched, or honors biology. And they have some great electives to choose from: myth busting, the science in literature and film, astronomy, or food sustainability, human and planetary health. In social studies, our supervisor, Mr. Cruz, your students will be able to take world history or world history honors. They have a selection of electives as well: AP Human Geography and Holocaust and Genocide Studies. For world languages, with our supervisor, Mrs. Santana, your students will come in, be able to take either level 1, level 2, or level 2 honors of French, Italian, and Spanish. And that's determined by their level of proficiency as they enter into ninth grade, generally speaking with a language that they've been taking in the middle school. For business and applied tech, our supervisors are Mrs. Curtis and Mrs. Villanova. And for business, they have the opportunity to take multiple electives: entrepreneurship, intro to economics, marketing 1, personal finance, which can be taken either online or in school, college and career exploration, business computer applications, and honors 1 accounting with, again, that prerequisite of completing Algebra 1 prior to entering ninth grade. Family and computer sciences, they have the opportunity to take adolescent human behavior, early childhood human development, introduction to food preparation and nutrition, or nutrition for an active lifestyle. For the applied tech, continuing in that domain, kids have the option of taking automotive fundamentals, engineering CAD 1, intro to design tech, theatrical stagecraft, television production, woods technology, and home technology systems, repair and maintenance. For health and PE, our director is Mr. Michael DeSanto. Your students will take health 1 marking period, and they'll take PE 3 marking periods. That's physical education. In art, with our supervisor, Mr. DeSanto, your students can take these electives: ceramics 1 and 2, digital photography, drawing 1 and 2, graphic design, and multi-art. For music, with our supervisor, Ms. Sarno, students have the opportunity to take concert band, freshman honors concert band, which is an audition band, choir, and freshman honors choir, which again is an audition choir group. Then we have an opportunity for students to be part of the virtual high school. So if they don't see an elective or a course that they really want to take and they have room in their schedules, they can take these online courses through the virtual high school. Those classes happen outside of school, and there's time in the schedule as well for students to work during the day using the technology in school. So just some examples of courses that we don't offer at our high schools that some of our students here like to take: 101 Ways to Write a Short Story, Psychology of Crime, American Popular Music, Zoology, Eastern and Western Thought, Pre-Veterinary Medicine. We've had students take a multitude of these courses. Those students have to be very self-directed and motivated because it is a course that's taken outside of school, and there may be time built into the day as well, depending on their own schedules, to get all of the work done. So it's really a self-directed course. The next thing I would like to talk about is our partnership with NJIT and introduce 2 new programs, one of which our ninth graders, your students, will be able to participate in, and that's our Advanced Standing Admission Program for NJIT. Students can apply for enrollment in this admissions program at the end of freshman year, and then if they meet the general admission criteria, they're guaranteed admission into NJIT's bachelor program when they graduate from our 2 high schools. A seat is then reserved for them, and they're enrolled automatically upon graduation into the NJIT program, which is really exciting. Students can disenroll anytime, and they can certainly continue to apply to other schools that they're interested in and accept the applications in other schools if they get into other schools and want to go. They can disenroll from NJIT. It's not an obligation. Students in the admissions program that also earn dual enrollment credits through our options program will have the opportunity to receive those extra credits as NJIT students, and then they can come in and attend NJIT already having acquired those credits. We also have another option for advanced academic achievement, and that's the dual concurrent enrollment, which would be for juniors and seniors only. And there's further information on that in our course selection bulletin and on this slide that you can read at your leisure. I want to just wish all of our students and our parents the best of luck as you look towards the future and towards high school and ninth grade. This is a really exciting time It's a time of growth and opportunity. And I want to urge our students, our high schools have so much opportunity, so many different courses and extracurriculars that I know you heard your principals talk about. And I want to encourage you to take those chances and enroll in anything that you can and fit things into your schedule. And this is a time to really try things out and follow your dreams. I wish you all the best of luck in ninth grade, and I wish parents a wonderful time as their children embark on this new, incredible future. Thanks, everyone.